in the top left corner of Death Aura. First up for the Blades of Ren here in Week 7 of the Centauri Star Series. As the Green Zerg, it's Furious Styles. In the bottom right, as the Purple Zerg, playing for Costa, Merica, eh? Wait, I said it right that time, right? I hope so. It's Snap. My opposing captain today is, well, it's in the name, Captain Canuck, fellow streamer. Go check out his channel at twitch.tv/Captain. Oh my god, it's Captain Canuck 35. I remembered it. I remembered the code. Thank you for the follow, Slayer SC2. Yeah, Furious going a classic pool first into 6 lings. He is mining gas, which means no expansion. This is going to be a Baneling boss. Furious fires the lings like a shotgun. And Death Aura. Well, this is the first time we're seeing the new map pool in the Centauri Star Series. It just dropped on Tuesday. It has acceleration zones for the first time in StarCraft 2 history, meaning these lings hit super fast. Here we are. There are no defensive units even in production for Snap. He's going for spines in the main and immediately dropping a Baneling nest. Now, he's getting the Banelings instead of speed right now. Furious will get the kill on this Hatcher. Oh no! Snap's pulling the drones! Don't pull the drones, Snap! This is going to get overrun very quickly. He needs these guys mining, I think. Unless this is very calculated. Did he do it? Did he save the hatch? Okay, he's gonna move the spine crawlers down to the low ground. I think Furious was a little bit not aggressive enough. The hatch survives at half health. Now their spine's rooted, and they can target these Banelings down very quickly. At least 3 of them won't survive if they try to make it through. Furious is sending out Ling reinforcements. Okay, he's seeing what the defenses are like. Snap has defensive Banelings out now. Ho, 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 ho! About half the ling, or maybe a third of the lings. 2 Banelings get picked off. GG is called. Snap takes game number 1 for Costa Merica. Left corner of Ice and Chrome as the teal Knight of Ire. For the Blades, it's Kugel. And in the top right, as the Red Terran. From Alpha X and Costa Merica A, it's Slayer. Kugel is the penguin on the shores of Antarctica that tells you where the sun is. I keep him in my back pocket. He's a very strong, very well-rounded Protoss, especially versus Terran, and especially versus fellow Protosses around his skill level. Slayer has had a recent jump in MMR. Just chasing the probe out. Kugel's gonna leave it there for either a proxy or later scouting. I don't think Kugel's gonna proxy. Kugel does sometimes like his Stargate play in this matchup, getting those Phoenix out, picking apart the Terran. It's something we've seen fall out of vogue recently in the meta, but it can definitely be a very strong play. Kugel sends the probe back in. It looks like he's gonna try to engage the SCV building the command center to get a slight delay on it. The Reaper is nowhere in sight. Oh, the probe gets into the main. Okay, he's like, nah, I'm gonna sit here and camp. This is already about an 8-second delay on the command center. Very nice bits and pieces of damage coming out from Kugel, but in the meantime, he's taking bits and pieces of damage back at home. 2 probes have fallen to the encroaching Reaper. A third falls as well. The Adept a little bit out of range. There's a grenade on the mineral line. Stargate thrown down for Kugel. Starport in the main for Slayer as he gets his bio build off the ground. And with the Hellions coming out, I think this might be a Hellion drop into the main of Kugel. Now, the Protoss is usually expected to be about 6 workers ahead at this point in the game. Thanks to that Reaper, he's only 1 worker ahead. Probably will pull ahead 2 to 3 workers as Chrono Boost really takes off. But he is going into the Stargate play. It hasn't been scouted by Slayer yet. Okay, you know what? I thought it was going to be a Hellion drop, but now there's Widow Mines. So he's going to run this Hellion in the front as the Widow Mines drop in the main, probably. Kugel happily mining off 2 base. There's another gate. Twilight Council. Slayer is going for the mine drop. Kugel's Oracle rushes towards the Protoss. Or, excuse me, rushes towards the Terran. Oh my god, what am I even saying? Okay. There's no anti-air defenses here whatsoever, except that Marine. And Kugel burns it down right away. It's gonna delay the 3rd CC. And now it's time for him to get some revenge kills on the Terran SCV line. Now, Kugel's going to be expecting this drop to be coming in around this time. So hopefully he doesn't take too many losses. He did burn down 5 SCVs. That's really, really, really nice. He got out with the Oracle as well. Here's the drop. The Phoenix slacking on the job a little bit. There's no pool on the probes. Excuse me, 14 probes get picked off. Slayer is just gonna try and leave these mines here. I'm not entirely sure why. Oh no, okay, almost got the shot off. It was a lift. A little bit annoying for Kugel to deal with. Somehow, the worker count is even. I don't know how this occurred, because Kugel's only killed 5 SCVs, and he has lost 18 probes so far this game. But there you have it. 40 workers to 36, slightly favoring the Terran. Plus he has mules, of course. He's only sitting on 2 gas still. There's a siege up on the probe line. Okay, another 2 probes have fallen. Kugel's probes have not been having a good time this game. It's gonna take a hot shot at this CC, but there's nothing he can really do to stop it from moving out. He's gotten his own 3rd Nexus in a pretty timely manner. He needs to be ready in case Slayer chooses to push out. I don't think Slayer will, because he only has 1 tank. Well, he's getting a 2nd tank out, but it's probably more advantageous for him to just camp around the 3rd base. Kugel He is going to shark into the main again, but there is a missile turret here this time around to put a timer on any further air attacks. Reality saying, if Slayer wins this, it will be his first win versus Protoss this season. He might. There's a bit of an MMR differential here between Slayer and Kugel. Kugel's playing hard. But we'll see. It's gonna come down to this engagement. This is definitely holdable for Kugel. He's 10 army supply down, but he has plenty of energy on these sentries. Okay, he's gonna move to the low ground, pops the Guardian Shell. He's getting very aggressive. Okay, alright, it was a feint to make the tanks siege up. He has a stasis ward on the high ground here. It's not directly centered, it's a little bit to the right. The scan won't see it. Ooh, stasis ward on the left! Catches half the bio. This is going to buy Kugel more time to get out reinforcements. The Colossi is about 70% done now, and it's going to be about 90% done by the time the stasis ward wears off. There we go. Charge lots in on the tanks. Now these Phoenix can also get lifts on those tanks if they needed to. Double Guardian Shield for Kugel. Force Shields cut off a lot of the Marines here. Kugel takes out the Marines that are on the south side of the shields. This is a very good start. Kugel limiting where the Marines can go, dropping a stasis ward, flexing with the Phoenix, and now he has a Colossus on the field. I don't know where it is, but it's here. Okay, there it is. It's coming up from the back. This is a trap. Shield battery overcharge helping out for Kugel. Kugel's going to defend. What a great engagement from the Protoss. Everything was pretty much against him, and yet he still was able to turn the tide of battle. Slayer definitely isn't dead by any means. He's ahead in workers. He does have a third base out. Shield battery overcharge is on cooldown for the nonce, but he's battered, he's bruised, he's broken, and he needs to regroup before he thinks about pushing into the Protoss third again. Kugel also a little bit lax on probe production during that engagement. Kugel does have a pretty large gas bank here that can translate into some high-value units. He did get the Templar archives up, I believe. Am I wrong? Yeah, he did. Robobay on the field as well. We'll see how that develops, but first he needs to hold this Doom drop from Slayer. I think Slayer's a little bit shaken and wants to regain control of this game. Okay, there it goes toward the main. Protoss... Kugel's Death Ball is out on the field, but Protoss always has recall. There's no shield battery here for the shield battery overcharge. The Doom drop has arrived. Hesitates just a second, but in the same vein, Slayer's third is looking awfully vulnerable. Okay, Kugel's not going to take the opportunity. Only a pylon has gone down here. 2 warp gates unpowered. That's not the most damage. I feel like Slayer could have killed this entire mineral line, maybe gotten some damage on the Nexus as well, but instead he's going to back out. He's not going to get the Stalker either. Slayer takes a 4th on location. Here we go. A lot of sentry energy for Kugel. He is paying attention here. The charge lots bleed off on front. I feel like he over-microed a little bit. He's going to move back. Ooh, the sentry gun down. One of the Colossi goes down as well. Archon. GG is called. Slayer puts a second on the right side of the Golden Wall. It's the captain of Costa, Merica, Captain Canuck. And on the left side, as the Blue Protoss, a cannon rusher is never early, never late. He arrives, his first probe arrives, precisely when it means to. It's the Blue Protoss, Kira. Canuck knows Kira well. Canuck is someone who has improved greatly in a short period of time. Kira has drop the Forge back at home. The first probe has taken a little bit of hull damage. Canuck has the probe patrolling on the low ground. Canuck has seen Kira's cannon rushes against Protoss probably 30 times at the very least. But this probe in the main is still alive, and it's going to drop a cannon. No, he sends it to the low ground. Oh, does he though? 2 cannons on the way here for Kira. These guys are not enough to shut down the pylons. More probes need to be pulled into the action. 3 of them tap onto the cannon. But this cannon on the low ground will finish up, and there will be high ground vision for it. Okay, 1 cannon's canceled, but the one on the low ground has finished, and it will be able to defend these pylons actually forever until a stalker gets out. No, the Zealot! Okay, the Zealot kills the cannon, but loses its own life. Canuck needs to keep on top of production. Okay, there's the Stalker. Once the Stalker gets out, this is going to be a lot harder for Kira to continue pushing forward. Canuck drops a shield battery. Now, this shield battery can be overcharged for maximum defense against these cannons. A shield batteried Stalker is just going to be able to 1v5 like all these cannons. Okay, another cannon, shut down. The Stalker's out, another cannon, shut down. But 2 of them do finish. This one, oh, it's not going to get taken out, actually. The shield battery is operational. It's not overcharged yet. Canuck's probably going to use up all the energy and then drop the overcharge. There it is! But all the probes that are fighting up here are out of range. If this cannon had focused the other probes, it would have been absolutely massive. But now the overcharge is off, and Canuck's lost a dozen workers. Kira, in an economic lead, has done all the damage he needs to, but he's going to continue dealing damage, putting more cannons over here to the left. This shield battery is under threat. GG is called. Kira puts the first point on the board. In the bottom left of Everdream, once again, as the purple cannon rushing Protoss, it's Kira. And in the top right, as the blue Terran, for Costa Merica, it's Slayer. Bro, there's part of me that feels like Kira's playstyle is so good, but it's like, it makes me infuriated for his opponents sometimes, because you can tell they're like trying, like, it's like watching a nature documentary. Have you ever seen like a National Geographic or something, where they're like filming a predator catching its prey, and the predator just latches on, and like the prey is struggling, and like there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to help the prey animal or the prey insect. That's Kira. Like, the opponent's just kind of like flailing around. It's really heartfelt. They're doing their best, and Kira's just like, haha, sharp teeth, go choo-choo. But then, like, if you have him figured out, Kira just kind of slaps into you like a wet noodle, if you know his bag of tricks. So let's see how well Costa Merica is prepared against our cheesy toss. Kira opening standard. Now, Slayer has already proven himself once in this matchup versus Kugel. Kugel is not a player to take lightly at this level of play in the Protoss vs. Terran side of things. Slayer hops into the main. Kira gets a shot off. Robo dropped at the front for Kira. Slayer has not scouted this just yet. It looks like he is going to in a couple seconds still. Is he? Oh, he sees it. Free scouting. Xeno saying, I like playing Kira. Was it during the Diamond League? Did I cast you versus... I know I casted you versus Kyojin, and it got into, like, this... No, it was you versus Kira. Like, it started off with a cannon rush, and then you guys both proxied, and then you both got into Carrier, and you were expanding all over the map? Or was that versus... God, was it versus Kyojin? I can't even speak. Was it versus Kyojin or Kira? I can't remember. This Reaper goes down, but it scouts everything Kira has to offer. Kira playing incredibly standard, actually. Going into Immortal. Probably. Gonna get up a Robo Bay, go into Colossi. Or is he, though? You know what? That's 3 Adepts. There's a Prism. Interesting. Very interesting. Slayer taking a very defensive stance. He's got this tank sieged up on the high ground, bunker on the low ground. Dude, did I say National Geographic? I am losing it. I am losing it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a weird year. I don't think I'm gonna shock anyone by saying it's been a weird year. Okay, yeah, no. Like, Slayer's kind of read what Kira's up to. And he's pretty well defended against anything that the Protoss can attack with. Kira's gonna go for it. Alright, the bunker falls at the front. Slayer, like... So Slayer went for this very generic defense against everything. Like, he's technically defended against DTs, he's technically defended against Blink, he's technically defended against Adepts, but, like, that weakens his defense against all of the above. Oh, the Prism goes down with several units inside it. A mule hold positioning on the ramp. 17 workers went down for Slayer, though, so Kira, despite losing this army, got the damage done that he needed to. And, I mean... 6 Marines and a tank isn't an exactly go kill the Protoss force. Kira is going to be able to reinforce back at home. 1 Stalker even surviving the attack. Yeah, Kira's going to have another Immortal out. He has some charge lots. Slayer scans to see if he can attack. Kira drops a 3rd. Now Slayer is going to have his production pump out Marine after Marine, but you'll notice no more medevacs are coming out, no more tanks for the moment. He does have a little bit of a gas bank to get going on there, but only mining off of 2, not 3. +1 is on the way, so he's going to go for a drop in the main. Now, when we saw him play against Kugel, the drop in the main didn't really do anything, and Kugel's buildings were more... I mean, it was a different map, but they were more toward the right of the base. Kira is all on the left. Now, he does have this gigantic Artosis pylon. Like, this guy, like, this is just sending out kilojoules of energy. Is that a unit of energy? I forget. I don't remember my electrical training. But this pylon powering everything. So if it goes down, it could be very, very bad for Kira. Here's the drop. It was seen by the pylon. Kira has time to respond, but he's not. He didn't notice. There's the stim in on the mineral line. Okay, nice economic damage done from the Terran. 11, 12 workers going down. He did not dive in on that critical Artosis pylon, though. Stalkers focus the medevac, meaning Slayer wants to pick up and go home. Slayer taking a 5-worker lead with no loss of army. I don't know about this push from Slayer. Like, Kira can well, alright, as long as he... You know what, he's going to be able to unite here. The pylon will scout this moving in. Oh, though! Okay, well, that pylon just defended for quite a little while. The scan is dropped on the 3rd, so this should alert Kira to what's going on. He only has 1 sentry out, though. Okay, this pylon gets picked off at the front. The tanks are sieged very far back for Slayer. Shield battery isn't going to be in the cards anytime soon. It would be very helpful here. Slayer is, like, terrified to go in here. When he pushed against Kugel, it didn't go so well. But, I mean, there's fundamental differences here. No stasis wards. No shield battery, but he's backing up. He abandons the tank line. He will get kills on a bunch of zealots, but those are pretty easily replaceable for Kira. That immortal is not easily replaceable if it goes down, but Kira able to retreat. I think there might be too many Marines. The medevacs do get picked off, but you know what? These guys are going to have to stim again. And they're pretty red. So they're getting one-shotted every time the Protoss connects an attack, but Kira is just out of units for now. So the 3rd will get dropped. Slayer, a little bit late on his own 3rd. It's not going to be an orbital, not going to be a planetary or anything just yet. I feel like a shield battery overcharged right there really would have helped Kira in the defense, but hey, it's a brand new mechanic. Not really sitting in the minds of the Protoss collective unconscious yet. Slayer, with a lot of damage, is going to shut down this attempted re-expansion from Kira. There's the cancel. This medevac totally out of energy, though, so these are basically unsupported bio units. The tank's unsieged as well, but there's just not enough zealots to shield for the Archons. The Archons get gunned down. GG, well played, is called. Slayer. Okay, in the bottom left corner, the Pillars of Gold, as the Blue Terran for Costa, Merica. Continuing forward in the All-Kill, it's Slayer. In the top right corner, he has got a All-Kill +1, Costa, Merica, if the Blades want victory here today. It's Furious Styles. The Blades are on their last life. Unfortunately, this means no more Kugel. The Blades need 3 points. Costa Merica just needs to win a single game. I'm very curious because Slayer has a 90% win rate on Pillars of Gold. And I want to see why that is. We're taking him to town. We're playing this honorably. This is Slayer's best map so far in the season. Hands down. Furious has a Muta build under his belt. He knows a couple Bane busts. And he also has a pretty strong Ling Rav build. What's it gonna be from the Squid Boy? Here's 6 Lings. Slayer is fully cognizant of the pull first and still in a supreme vision of confidence throws down his second CC on the low ground rather than the more secure high ground. Kaboom. Here come the pressurelings. Do they, though? There's the Ravagers morphing in 4 styles. Lings are rallied to the front. Okay, Slayer starts up a tank. Now, something that's going to be very critical here is this Overlord. This Overlord needs to push to the ramp for the Ravagers to be able to get their biles off. Furious needs to get these Lings into the main. Here we go, the tank's almost out. Second bunker under production for Slayer. The Lings get a wraparound on this bunker, so there's no repair. Slayer going to retreat to the high ground. Does he get the depot up? Just in the nick of time. 1 bile on the tank. You need 4 to kill it, though, and SCVs are pulled to repair. He snipes it! There's nothing shooting these Lings from behind the wall. Biles are being dropped. Minerals are spent repairing the supply depot. Styles is pumping out more and more damage. Slayer is actually running out of minerals. He doesn't have anything mining right now. Furious breaks through the wall. GG is called. Furious Styles puts a second point on the board. In the bottom right corner of Submarine. Up last through the Blades of Ren. Getting the second point on the board. It's Furious Styles. And in the top left as the purple Zerg for Costa Merica, eh? Snap. Snap took down Furious in the all-kill. Will Furious be able to adjust his playstyle and get the kill on Snap? Or is Snap going to hold the aggressive Zerg once again? Now, Furious, I gotta say, I'm really proud of him. He's really skyrocketed forward in skill. Finishing... So... during Season 2 of the Diamond League, he was Diamond 1. He hit Masters 3, now Masters 2. He's, unfortunately, well, unfortunately for me, peaked over the 4600 cusp. And that means he's in his last 2 weeks of play for the Centauri Star Series, at least through this season. So... he hasn't hit 4,700, just going to like 4,630, and then dropping back down. But that does put him on a timer. So next week is his last possible match. But, you know, he's made a good showing for himself so far this week. And I'm happy to see him performing well. Furious, also known for a couple of all kills. Or near all kills in his tenure for Born Gosu and the Knights of Ren. Okay. Interestingly, very intriguingly, Snap is going for far more Zerglings than Furious is. That's almost never the case ever in any matchup of ZVZ with Furious Styles. Okay, there we are. There's the rest of the Lings for Furious. Both players going very similar builds. Snap, of course, getting a Baneling Nest. Furious pulling out of gas, just going for pure Lings. Alright, these near-mirror builds are about to hit each other. Snap moves out onto the map. Ooh! Furious saw the move out! Snap didn't notice! Okay, Ling speed's gonna hit for both players. Furious's Lings are going to hit the econ of Snap first. Actually, he's just gonna target down the hatch, it looks like. Well, it looks like he's gonna find all manner of targets. Okay, he's gonna corner the Queen. Some Lings enter the main. The first drone's fallen. In the meantime, Snap is trading on the other side of the map. 3 Banelings coming in for Snap. Furious going for a dozen more Lings. A Spine in the main as well. It's a full-on ZVZ base race. Snap has lost all of his workers. Furious down to 1 drone. The drone hides in the gas. No, drone! Neither player has any workers. It's a base race. Ladies and gentlemen, the pool is going to fall for Snap. That main hatch has fallen for Styles. Oh no, here come the Banelings! 2 of them, kinda whiff. Not great connections here. Wait, Furious runs back home. Snap gets out another clutch of lings. It's 10 army supply to 10. Snap still has 2 hatcheries, but he can't afford to make any workers. A Baneling connection in the natural. Snap is up 3 army supply. Fury Styles is being revealed. Is Furious gonna take the win here and move on to his final opponent in Captain Canuck? Or is Snap going to close it out? It's going to be very close either way. Furious's forward clutch of lings takes some damage. He is going to escape before they can get surrounded and cut down. No, Furious is taking the engagement. He's down. He can't engage here. GG is called. Snap takes the series 4-2 in favor of Costa Merica, eh? GG, well played to our opponents. Well, you know what? Let me go to my... Let me go to the splash screen. We have a camera.